Hello everyone, welcome back to another Brawl Star video. And if you guys are struggling to beat the Vecna, then must watch this video because I am going to give you a best brawler to pick that gonna help you to win single-handedly. And this list is made according to the mobility, range and the damage. So I covered all the part of the brawler and then I just made the list, and it is almost the perfect list that you should try. So let's get started without wasting your time. And if you guys are watching me first time, just don't forget to hit the like and subscribe. On the 10th rank, I am picking the Melodie. Melodie is the only assassin that I have picked in the list, and reason is she has the great mobility in this, one of the great mobility in this game. And also look at her card. Her card just giving you a best damage, also the five fireballs around you that gonna help you to do a more damage. And again, I am talking about the damage, that the damage is not only thing that you need here. You need escape plan here. If you don't have the escape plan, you definitely gonna die. So that's why Melodie's dash just gonna help you a lot, and if you just dash at the right time, you can easily escape from the damage of the Vecna, and this is really important. So that's why the Melodie is on the 10th rank, and this is the only assassin that I have picked in this list. On the 9th rank, I am going with the 8-bit. Just look at the card of the 8-bit that gonna do a lot of damage, plus the range, plus the movement speed, and also the projectile size. So everything you need for any range brawler, it's in the card of the 8-bit. And also if your teammate just gonna stay near to you, just stay near to the turret, they all gonna do a lot of damage. Now again, you gonna talk about the escape plan, that 8-bit doesn't have the escape plan. No, he has. If you use the teleport gadget, then it's definitely gonna help you to get out of the Vecna's area. So that's why the 8-bit is on the 9th rank. On the 8th rank, I am going with the Dynamike. Just look at the card of the Dynamike, which is have the damage and also the projectile area damage that gonna increase by the 35% passively charged super, and also the faster dynamic detonation. That's absolutely great. And as a power, you have to go for that Dyna jump that gonna help you to escape from the Vecna's damage. So that's why you have the great damage, and also you have the escape plan from the Vecna's damage. So that's why the Dynamike is on the 8th rank. But again, if you just miss with the dynamic jump, you definitely gonna die. So that's why it is not in the top 5, but definitely can make into the top 10. On the 7th rank, I am picking the Lola, and Lola's card is absolutely broken here because she has the damage, she has the movement speed, she has the range, and also she has the extra summon pad. So it's gonna help you a lot. And if you pick the passively, I mean, in this mod you really don't have to pick the passively charged super, because you will not need it, because you're gonna do a damage and your super will be always recharged fast. So that's why the picking the super charge is definitely not best here, and you can just go for the high damage here and the movement speed, and it is absolutely crazy. But one more thing that you have to keep in mind while playing the Lola is you have to stay outside the area of the Vecna. You have a high range, so you can just do a damage from the long range, so you really don't have to go near to the Vecna. If you're gonna do that, you definitely gonna die in one shot. So keep in mind that keeping the distance from the Vecna is the key for the Lola. On the 6th rank, I am going with the Nani, and Nani's card deck is absolutely crazy because he also have the range plus the fire 2 extra light up. So if you pick any of these through best legendary card deck, then it will be a totally broken and you never gonna die. So Nani is one of the highest dealer from the range, so that's why I am picking the Nani in the top 6 here. That gonna do a lot of damage from the long range and you really not gonna die. So keep in mind that if you are playing the Nani, make sure you pick the movement speed card first, because it's gonna help you a lot when Vecna is about to damage you. So that's why the movement speed is always better if you don't have the escape plan, and if your Brawler doesn't have the escape plan. So that's why the Nani is the really high damage dealer here with the high range, and again the mobility is the best for the Nani. So that's why it is on the 6th rank. If you are rich here, it means you are liking the video. So just give a like and subscribe if you are watching me a first time. And now let's move on to the best 5 that gonna give you a guaranteed win. Doesn't matter your teammate is playing or not, you gonna win a single-handedly because you're not gonna die, and the damage is also great with this Brawler. So let's jump on to the 5th rank. On the 5th rank, I am going with the Piper. Piper have really high range in this game, and that gonna help you a lot. And you have to save your super always, because if you gonna waste your super, you will never have the escape plan. So keep in mind that you have to save your super for the runaway, I mean the for the escape plan from the Vecna. So that's why the Piper just never gonna die. I played a lot of game with the Piper to win this Vecna boss, and always I just single-handedly win the game. My teammate just keep dying most of time, but I am the invincible here. So that's why the Piper just gonna give you a guaranteed win for sure. So that's why it is on the 5th rank. On the 4th rank, I am going with one of the highly destruction brawler, which is the Amber. And just look at the card of this Amber. The movement speed plus 30%, area damage size plus 50%, passively charge super, and add burn damage on the hit, which is the strong. And this is the reason I am saying Amber just gonna give you a guaranteed win here. And also the range is really good for the Amber, so you really don't have to worry about the escape plan. You can just stay outside the area of damage from the Vecna, and it will be a totally a free win for you if you are playing with the Amber. So that's why it is on the top 4. On the 3rd rank, I am going with the Brock, which is my personal best, and I really like to play with the Brock here because it is one of the highly damaging, and his missile just gonna do a lot of damage. And now you're gonna say about the what is the escape plan. He has the escape plan. Just look at the first gadget here. It is the locust traces, and it's gonna help you easily run away from the area of damage, because his movement speed, you really don't need to pick about the movement speed because he already has the great range. So here in the card that you can just pick for the damage, for the movement speed you can just avoid here, and also you can just pick the projectile range that gonna help you to hit from the long distance, and it will be a guaranteed win for you. I have played a lot of game with the Brock also, and I never lost with that, and I just single-handedly carry a most of time. So that's why Brock is on the 3rd best list. On the 2nd best brawler, I am picking the Colt. Colt have really high damage. With the movement speed card, you can easily escape from the Vecna's area of damage. And also look at the card of this Colt: projectile range plus 2, projectile size plus 50%. Then the main attack fires 3 extra projectile, which is just totally broken, and with that you can do a lot of damage here. So here if you are playing with the Colt, make sure your one of the teammates should distract that Demogorgon. If one of that just did that, you can easily destroy the main Vecna single-handedly with the Colt. So that's why Colt is on the 2nd best pick. Let's go for the rank 1, and which is the best brawler to beat this Vecna, and it is the Max. Max has a really high speed, and if you pick his movement speed gear, it's gonna give you a 50% speed, and also the reload speed pick is definitely a best here that gonna do a lot of damage with that. And unfortunately, if you pick the first 3 card for the Max, then it will be a easy win for you because you will have the best range plus best speed and the best damage. So that's why Max is on the rank 1, and it is also the range 0. You really don't have to worry about his range, and that's why it's gonna do a lot of damage and not gonna die in any moment. So that's why the Max is the best brawler to win this Vecna boss. So again, if you guys are watching this video until the end, make sure you give a like and subscribe, and just don't forget to share to your friend who are struggling in the Vecna event. So have a good day and stay tuned for the more Brawl Star video.